We could talk about what we do great all day. We can say, yeah, I could tell you I wrote books. I spoke for 3 years. I can tell you I won a 4.340. I could tell you all this crazy stuff. But whoever talks about their flaws? And that's one thing that I want to dig into. People think that people may think my life is perfect. You may think that other person's life is perfect or the grass is greener. Not always. One of my flaws is I have no balance. I don't balance. The work to life ratio is like that. 24 hours in a day. Can we switch this around? I spend about 8 to 16 in a hole doing my own thing on a computer. The rest, I may talk to someone, like one person. And that sucks because you can be the greatest person in the world, but if no one knows it, it's pointless. And I always have to remind myself that because there's so many great people in this world, but if you don't really know who they are, I mean, that could be the love of your life. That could be the person you need in order to get to the next level. My mom used to tell me that all the time. You can't live in this world alone, and I darn sure tried. It wasn't because I was like socially awkward or some weird stuff. It was just like I couldn't find one person that was as serious about what the heck I wanted to do more than me. And that's common. No one's going to want to do your thing more than you. So I just said, screw everybody. I'm about to make this stuff happen. And I became a doer instead of a thinker. Everything that I said or would tell somebody, the next day I would have it done. And yes, I could work like crazy. I could have a billion books. I have 9 right now. I'm probably 15 by the end of the year on some weird stuff. Uh, I have 5 apps. I just sold one. A million websites. I teach people. I'm in school. I'm running track. I'm doing all this stuff. But the balance, you know, who do I talk to? Who do I go to for feedback? And I really had to find that, or I would have been, this all would have just been for nothing. So I had to find a mentor. I had to find this great guy. I'll just call him Mr. Washington, that he understands me. One of the things that when we're talking about our flaws, I never understood being young. I was always really serious, and all of my friends growing up were at least like 4 years older than me. So I really didn't understand some of the stuff that people were doing growing up. All I knew was football, 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 get good grades, go to the next level, play football, play football, play football. And whatever you do, put your all into it. Oh, crap. The lights are going off. Hold on. Don't go off. All right, back to what I was saying. I think these lights are about to go off. But forget that. I'm in a computer lab. I'm Ask anybody that I went to Bowling Green with, ask anybody that kind of knows me. I'm like a workaholic. By the time people wake up, I'm just now going to sleep or I'll just stay up the whole day. It's what I love to do. But back to balance. Just like getting a girlfriend, it made me human for the first time because it kind of slowed me down. I had to think about someone else. It it freaked me out, but it made me more human. And just things like that, like having friends, having places to go besides that. Even with talking to a friend, they can help you out with the things you need to do. So this is for all the people who are workaholics or just may not have those certain people in their life. I grew up not really differently. I mean, I met my dad, I had my mom, but as far as having close people in my life, I never really had that. I had associates, friends growing up, but then everybody just, and it's normal. But you make new people, you make new friends, and you find people that are on the same path and download same path. But just find people who are on the same path as you, find that balance, find meaningful relationships because you do not want to end up in some of the pitfalls that I was in. I ended up having to sell because I didn't have a lot of people didn't know all the stuff that I did, and then when I finally told them, they were like, "Oh my gosh," but it was too late by then. So just don't hide who you are. Find great people, and if people aren't on the same thing as you, it's a billion people out here. Just try to find the people that are doing what you're doing, and if they're not, look for older people.